When COVID hit us, mostly everything stopped at Friendship House.
Even though working at Friendship House for 20 years, I've learned to expect the unexpected, but this was way off the chart.
The coronavirus has been especially challenging for many of our clients, especially in just some of the basic needs of life, where to use the restroom. Many of our clients could go to public places and use the restroom. Now the county or the city has set up a porta potty. Friendship House was very instrumental in communicating the need for the porta potties for our clients.
I personally had a little freak out minute. I told my coworkers, I'll be right back. I ran out, I got a full tank of gas.
The one thing that I think that we really learned at Friendship House is that we are adaptable.
I actually had to start working from home for a little bit. I took my laptop home and my phone and stayed in contact with the residents.
Everyone within the organization just shifted around, did whatever work needed to be done, wherever it needed to be done, whenever it needed to be done, and however it needed to be done.
Nobody had to be told, this is where you need to be, this is where you need to be. People volunteered. A lot of people came in and helped us with food that traditionally that wasn't their responsibility.
For the first time in 32 years, the Sunday breakfast didn't get served. However, people stepped up and gave out bags of to-go food.
We realized that people had no place to go and no way to stay clean. So we opened up putting people in hotels in Wilmington and in Newark.
Normally, Friendship House didn't put people in motels, but at this time we felt that it was very important that we house our homeless people to keep them safe.
And I think one of the first families we actually met was a family that was a grandmother who was looking for a place to live for her husband and her 14-year-old grandson who is autistic. So can you imagine what it would be like to be no place to go and have a very autistic grandson that you're looking after? They stayed in the hotel for 12 weeks, and during that time they were able to save enough money to go ahead and get a security deposit and the first month's rent.
We housed 100 people in the motels.
Trying to reach out to all these people and help them and send them to areas where they would get the assistance that they needed has and always was for me thinking, but for the grace of God goes me.
Every morning when we went to the Wilmington Empowerment Center, there were lines of people. We gave out masks, we gave out food, we let them sanitize, and the amount of donations from people of food was unbelievable.
And with the use of and help of our individuals, our churches, our restaurants and businesses, we were able to do 20,000 meals.
We were doing emergency orders even during the time when the clothing bank was actually closed.
What are our residents going to do as far as their doctor's appointments, their psychiatrist appointments, their therapy appointments? I was able to get them set up back up with their psychiatrists on Zoom.
So I love to hear the success stories, and I know that somewhere along the line, it may not be a lot, but Friendship House has touched many people's lives.
Some of our women were actually, they kind of benefited out of this because they were able to go out and get jobs at the grocery stores because the grocery stores were hiring like crazy.
Many of them got jobs in big box stores, grocery stores, and construction, and felt very empowered to be able to have a job and be a productive citizen during COVID.
I have quite a few people that I talk to on a daily basis to see not only how we can help them with their financial part, but also to where they have to go to get food, IDs, and all of those things that are still important.
One of the folks that surprised me the most was a man that we've known for a long time that's homeless in his late 50s. And after about 3 weeks in a hotel, came to me and said, you know, this is the first time I can ever remember being in a bed this long, and had tears in his eyes.
We were very excited and looking forward to getting back to more of our traditional services once it was safe to. And the church that we rent space from allowed us to use a new room in the basement that was separate from our men's housing.
We're bringing in more staff. Our demand is growing. We're getting ready to start welcoming volunteers back to help us with our mission. And for the first time ever, we actually did a community clothing giveaway.
Through COVID, we got a lot of donations. People were very gracious.
Just so grateful for all that you do for the Friendship House so that we can do for our residents. I'm grateful. They're grateful.
For someone that's been around this type of work for a really long time, was just really very rewarding and very touching for me.
Because of our loving and supporting community, we never missed a payroll, so we could pay our employees.
We never lost our focus. We never deviated from our sense of purpose, and we never changed our identity.
I really believe that we did save lives.
Friendship House never shut down.
We don't want to leave anyone behind.